Good morning, folks. My name is Curtis Chandler, President PFL, and we hope that everyone had a great weekend. The Dow closed lower on Friday of last week, but higher 422.34 points week over week. The S&P 500 closed lower on Friday of last week, but higher 110.73 points week over week. Nasdaq closed lower on Friday of last week, but was up 430.43 points week over week. Financial markets are closed today in observance of Juneteenth Day. Oil prices settled higher on Friday of last week and higher week over week. WTI traded up $1.16 per barrel on Friday of last week to close at 71.78, up $1.61 per barrel week over week. U.S. commercial crude inventories increased by 7.9 million barrels week over week. U.S. crude oil inventories are at the 5-year average for this time of year. Total motor gasoline inventories increased by 2.1 million barrels week over week and are 7% below the 5-year average for this time of year. Distillate fuel inventories increased by 2.1 million barrels week over week and are 14% below the 5-year average for this time of year. Propane and propylene inventories increased by 3.1 million barrels week over week and are 30% above the 5-year average for this time of year. Propane prices closed at 60 cents per gallon, down 1 cent per gallon week over week, and 64 cents per gallon year over year as inventories continue to increase. Oil markets are closed today in observance of Juneteenth. Total North American weekly rail volumes were down 6.3% week over week in week 23 compared to the same week last year. 6 of AAR's 11 major traffic categories posted year-over-year decreases. The most significant decrease was from grain, which was down 17.84%. The most significant increase was motor vehicles and parts, which were up 15.66 points. North American rig count was up by 15 rigs week over week. U.S. rig count was down by 8 rigs week over week and down by 53 rigs year over year. The U.S. currently has 687 active rigs. Canada's rig count was up by 23 rigs week over week and up by 3 rigs year over year. Canada's overall rig count is 159 active rigs. Overall, we are down 50 rigs year over year collectively. Folks, we have a few things we're watching out there for you. One of our favorite companies here at PFL just expanded its liquid infrastructure platform with the acquisition of Texas Gulf Coast crude oil export facility for $1.1 billion in an announcement made Wednesday of last week. Please see PFL's rail report for further details. We are watching the Mountain View pipeline. Folks, it seems like we've been watching this one forever. It looks as though the construction of the MVP could start the end of June, thanks to Senator Joe Manchin. It looks like their permit will be issued January 24th and construction will resume and finish up the 6% left in the project. Good news for LPGs and good news for the country. Please see further details in PFL Rail Report. We are watching energy sales hits near home, people. LNG prices have risen due to cooling demand and unseasonably high temperatures in parts of Asia and Europe. The average LNG price for August delivery into Northeast Asia increased by 50% from the previous week to $13.50 per MMBTU. We have some interesting facts in today's rail report to hear how Europe is going to deal with what could be another shortfall of nat gas for this winter. In oil news, Iranian oil exports have surged to their highest level since U.S. sanctions were reinstated in 2018. Folks, we have said time and time again, oil always flows. Whoever wants to buy it, there are willing buyers out there at discounts. Please read PFL's Rail Report today for further details as it relates to today's podcast. In addition, we also highlight the latest refinery runs, the latest import and export numbers on petroleum-related products. Petroleum by rail is up week over week. Read all about it in today's report. We, of course, have quite a few fancy graphs and charts for your viewing pleasure. Also in every weekly report is the latest and greatest on what cars are available for sale, sublease, or lease. Please call PFL today for all your rail needs, including leasing, subleasing, car cleaning, repairing, flaring, nitrogen generation, and transloading services. We hope you have a great week. Thank you very much.